This cleared land you see here in Wilson could easily be mistaken for a soccer field or maybe a park. Beneath this beautiful green grass are more than 4,000 unmarked graves. Vick Cemetery along Lane Street was the public cemetery for Black people in the city from 1913 to the 1960s. Now descendants of families buried here are reclaiming the sacred space, starting with this reconsecration service. WRAL's Matt Tallhelm shows us what they're doing to restore the records of their many loved ones.
In the soil of Vick Cemetery,
it's the only cemetery we had back there in that time.
Henrietta McIntosh sees her family tree rooted in this resting place.
My father, for sure, and then I have aunts and uncles buried out here.
I remember that.
As a little girl in the 1930s, she remembers the family trips here to honor those loved ones lost.
It was such a nice place. Sacred place. There was tombstones, beautiful tombstones all over the place, flowers. This is so nice.
At 96 now, McIntosh holds on to those memories because the history you could read on the headstones is erased.
It's just sad to not even know where your loved one's buried at. You got no evidence of where they were or where they could have been or what.
One of the few visible reminders left on this land, the concrete top of an exposed vault. Wilson kept no burial records for its Black cemetery.
The city neglected Vick Cemetery for decades. It became overgrown, much like this cemetery right next to it. Then in 1994, the city came in and cleared the land, but they removed all the tombstones.
What happened to them is a mystery. The city put up a single monument with a plaque. Beneath the earth and sod rest those Wilson citizens known but to God.
There's nothing really that we can do about that, but we can tell the truth about what happened here, and we can honor this space.
That's beginning now, thanks to Lisa Henderson. The Wilson native also has family buried here. She started the Lane Street Project to protect and preserve this sacred ground.
When I think about the abuse that it has been subjected to, it's both hurtful and it's angering.
Henderson got the city to hire an archaeology team to survey what's beneath the soil here. What they found is startling. They used ground-penetrating radar and produced this report. Blue marks on a cemetery map reveal 4,224 probable graves. That's nearly 3 times more than anyone thought.
It was mind-blowing. I said, oh my God, that many people lie out there.
Gilletia Morgan remembers the cleanup that cleared the cemetery grounds of its grave markers.
Was that a mistake?
I think it was a mistake. Every life matters. And when you go into internment, you need to be laid to rest with dignity.
Morgan is now a Wilson City Councilor. She'd like to see the city put up signs about the history here and a fence to protect the grounds.
We want to make a statement with this.
But that statement threatens to disturb the graves again. More than 100 orange stakes mark burial sites almost to the edge of the street where a fence would go. Utility poles already puncture the cemetery grounds.
We're in the process of righting the wrong. We just can't fix everything that went wrong. We can start from here and move forward.
What do you hope the city does here?
Well, I hope they would come out here and try to show some evidence of what it was.
McIntosh hopes this hallowed ground returns to its rightful place in the community.
It's important to know our history, the African-American history, you know, because we don't see no history here.
So it's not forgotten forever. Matt Tallhelm, WRAL News, Wilson.
A single marker there for thousands of people. Henderson is calling for an investigation into what happened to those removed headstones. Wilson City Council will get an update on the cemetery report tonight. Then they can review recommendations for how to move forward.
My head's spinning after that story. I'm not quite sure what the resolution is there, but
a lot of history.
Absolutely.